Hello everyone, this is Ekta Takrani. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. In the series of Let Us Learn Computer, in the last video we were talking about GIMP. I have told you what is GIMP and many more things we discussed. Now let us move ahead with the new topic under GIMP, that is different file operations. Okay, now we will learn different file operations like how to open a file, saving a file and all. Okay, so let us start with opening a new file. Now one thing you have to remember that in GIMP a blank file will not open automatically. Okay, you have to remember it will not come up with a file when you will open GIMP screen. Automatically a blank file will not open. There are two options: either you create a new file or you have to open the existing file. Okay, you can create a new file, that also I will tell you, or you can open a existing file. Okay, so these are the two options. Let us learn both how to do. Now first thing is, when you want to create a file, the first step is you will go in the file option. You have to click on new option is there, so you are opening a new file. Then a dialog box will appear, create a new image. Okay, in that you have to specify the image size, you have to give the name. Okay, so this is how you can open a new file, you can create a new file. Then next I will tell you how to save a file. Okay, very important, know how to save a file. So for this, again we'll go same in the file menu. You will get a save option. You have to click on save option and a dialog box will appear. Then all the formalities we can say we have to do, means we have to give a file name. Okay, we have to select the format. There are different formats of image, I told you. Next is to write the location. You have to choose the location where you want to keep your file, where you want to save your file, and then just click on the save button. The file will get saved. Okay, so this is about saving a file. Now I told you you can open an existing file, you can open. So now here are the steps of opening a saved file or already existing file is there. You can open it. Now how you will do? Again you will go to file menu, click on open option. Okay, so the dialog box will be displayed with all the files, with the list of files. You have to select the file which you want and click on open button. That's it, the file will get open. Okay, so these were the steps of opening for the file, existing file, creating a new file and saving a file. Okay, now here another option, very important option, we can say undo and redo option. Okay, the name is telling the meaning, you have to be little bit careful only. Undo, what you have done already, what is done, you can undo, you can go back, you can reverse your action. Suppose by mistake you have deleted something, but you don't want to do. Okay, now you got that, it is important. You can just click on undo option, it will come back. Okay, similarly it is redo option. Whatever you have done, you clicked on undo, it is deleted, but again you want the same thing, you can click on redo option. So what the redo is doing actually, the redo undoes and undo. What you have removed, you can bring it back, you can reverse it. Okay, it is the reverse of undo option. So these are the very two important options, because sometimes just by clicking it can disappear, something can be deleted, so we can go with undo and redo options. Okay, now another very important thing, I told you about the toolbar with all the tools. Different tools are there in the toolbox. I told you many tools are there. So now I am going to tell you about different tools. Okay, in the whole video now we will see all the different tools used in GIMP. So let us start with the first one, rectangle select tool. Okay, very interesting. You want to select an image is there, many things are there in the image, and you want a particular thing. When you want to select the area or a thing in a rectangular shape, you can use rectangle select tool. Okay, it will select any part in the rectangular shape only. Okay, so what you have to do is, the steps are very easy. You have to click on rectangle select tool. bring the cursor to the place where you want it. You have to stretch this cursor, okay, and it will become a rectangular shape will come, and you can just select the area you want in a rectangular shape. Here I have shown you. You can see how easy it is. You have to click on rectangle select tool, and here you can see the butterflies are there. Any butterfly you are selecting in rectangular form, so that much area will be selected. Okay, now let us see next. Similarly, as we have selected rectangle shape, similarly we can select oval shape also. Like here it is written ellipse select tool. Ellipse means oval shape. Okay, so it is same way you can use. You have to select the tool, come to the area where you want, and you have to drag the cursor. Okay, here I have shown, you can see different cakes are there, and one is selected in oval shape. Okay, I hope you have got this much. We can move to the next, free select tool. Another important tool it is, free select. Now you don't want any area in a shape, rectangle or square and all. You want a particular image in whichever shape it is. Now shape is not fixed, uneven shape it is. So what you can use, free select tool. You can just draw a border for that. Okay, it will help you to create a free form. Okay, no particular shape. In a free form you can select it. You can select the border of the area. So let us see how you will do. The first step is select the free select tool. Okay, click on the image where you are which you want. You have to click on the image at the point from where you have to start the selection. You have to click on the point, and the whole area you have to cover, the whole border you have to draw, and you have to come to the end where you have started to complete the selection. Okay, so like this we can select. Here you can see I have shown here the image, butterfly is there, and you can see a light border. Okay, how the cursor is moving from the edges till the end. So like this we can select the butterfly, and the background will be deleted. Okay, and here you can see at third number it is given, free select tool. The next one is fuzzy select tool and color tool. They both are almost similar. What they do is they select the pixels of same color. In a particular image, many things are there, different colors. You can click on a particular color by clicking on fuzzy select tool, and whatever in the images of the particular color will be selected. For example, different balloons are there, different color balloons are there. You want to get only the white balloons, you want to count, or how you want the white balloons. You can select on fuzzy select tool, click on the white balloon, all the white balloons will be selected. Okay, similarly it is color tool. Color tool will select the areas on the image of same color. Okay, here I have shown, you can see the pink flower. This flower is selected. After selecting color, select color tool, you have to click on pink flower. Anywhere you will click, the whole flower will be selected. You can see the yellow is in background. The pink flower is above yellow, but still it is only selected because it is of a single color, and we have opted for select color tool. So same color only selected. The next one is scissors select tool. This scissors select tool is also known as intelligent tool. Okay, what it is doing, let us see. It will take the cursor to the edges, the corners. Okay, and you can take the border, that particular area you can select. You have to complete the selection from the point you have started. You have to cover whole edges, all the areas, total border, and you have to come back from where you have started. Like this you can use this scissors select tool. Next is foreground select tool. Foreground, let me tell you about foreground. You might be knowing about background. Okay, the background image, the background, we can say the back side. Okay, what is at the base. Foreground is above the background, whatever is shown. The front one is foreground. So suppose the background is of pink color. Above that you can see a black color, something is there, a ball is there. Okay, you don't want the background, whatever is there in the background, print or shade, you want a ball on the background. Ball is there. Now you want to select only the ball. You don't want the background. You don't want anything behind that. Blank you want. For this you can use foreground select tool. It enables you to extract the foreground form. The front one you can get with the help of this tool. Okay, so what you have to do, you have to select this tool, you have to click on the image area you want, okay, and you have to extract a line. You have to cut one line on particular area you want. When you will release the mouse, the background will become dark. Okay, and then finally you can get the area which you want. The background will be deleted. Let us see how it will be done with the help of two different tools. One is to select an area. Two things are there, foreground and background. So you can select the background, particular image you want, the foreground image you want. You have to select on that image. Then you will get a paint brush tool. So you have to cut one line on that image, that this image I want. Okay, on the foreground, and the background will get dark, and that will be deleted, and you will get the foreground image. Only the image will be with you. The background will be deleted with the help of this tool. Now we will see the next what we can do is copying and moving the selection. Very interesting it is. Copying and moving. See, sometimes we want to copy the things. Thing is, suppose an interesting example is shown. I will show you the image also. A birthday cake image you have got. Okay, it has got only one candle. And you want to make a card, a digital card for your friend, but it is his 12th birthday. What you can do? You want more candles there. Okay, so what you can do, the same candle you can copy and you can move it on around the cake, and you can make 10-11 more candles there. Copy paste, copying and moving. It is given, no, copying and moving the selection. Okay, so let us see the steps, then I will show you the image also. You have to select the object you want, simple. Second thing, you have to copy. You can go with edit and copy option, or directly you just click on Ctrl+C. The candle will be selected. You have to just click now Ctrl+V. It will be pasted as many times you want. Okay, you can go right click, edit or paste, or you can click on Ctrl+V. First you will copy, Ctrl+C, copied, Ctrl+V, it will be pasted. So you can paste it many times, as many times. You have to click on move tool. You can drag the tool wherever you want in your according to your desired place. Here, after seeing this image, you will get the clear idea. Only one candle is there, but I like rest of the things in this. So here you can see the candle is selected now. Ctrl+C, copied, Ctrl+V, pasted, Ctrl+V, pasted, Ctrl+V, pasted. So I can paste it as many times. The same candle is pasted. So this is copying and moving the image. Any part of the image you can make changes like this. Right? Interesting, no? Okay, so now we will see the next step. Next tool is cropping the picture. Another important tool, it is cropping the picture. Now a picture is there. You want to some of the areas of the image you don't want, right? And an image is there and you want to crop, you want to cut the particular area of the image. Rest of the image you like, but something is there unwanted. You don't want that area. You can crop that area. You can delete that area. Okay, you can select what you want and the remaining area will be deleted. It's very important. Suppose you have made a drawing. Okay, and somewhere the color is spread. Color by mistake, the watercolor and all, it is spread on the page and it's not looking nice. But drawing is very beautiful. Okay, so what you can do, you can click the picture, you can crop that much area, whichever you want, you can crop. The remaining spoiled one where the color is spread will be deleted. This is known as cropping the picture. The unwanted area can be removed. Okay, cropping means retaining the required area. Which area you want, you can keep it, you can retain it. Rest you can delete it with the help of crop tool. Click on the crop tool, select the area you want to retain, means you want to keep. Click on the enter key, that's it. Whichever you have selected will become a full image, rest will be disappeared. Okay, very interesting and magical. You can select the area you want, remaining area will get deleted by just clicking on the enter key. So this is cropping the picture. The next is inverting a selection. Invert, opposite. Okay, how you can do what it is doing? First of all, we have to understand what the option is for. How to do is next thing. First is what this option is used for. First thing you have to understand what is the use of the tool. Then you have to learn the options. Okay. So inverting a selection means it will select the unselected area and it will unselect the selected area. Opposite. Invert means opposite. You have selected area. You have selected one area. You have clicked on invert selection. So that area will be unselected, remaining area will be selected. It will take it opposite. It will be inverted. Suppose there is a black background and a white butterfly on that. So what you did, you selected butterfly, you clicked on invert a selection option. What will happen, you know? Butterfly will get unselected, the remaining background, black background will get selected. Click on delete, background will get deleted. Interesting? Okay, so this I will show you how to do. Inverting a selection, so it will make the opposite of what you have done. How to delete a background using this now? Let us see the steps. What I told you now, you have to see the steps also. You have to select the drawing. Like I told you, you have to select a butterfly on the background. Okay, you have to click on invert option, select invert option. So what will happen? You have selected butterfly, but now it will get unselected. The background will get selected. The black area will get selected. Click on delete key. Just press delete. What will happen? Background will get deleted. What will remain there? Only the butterfly will remain. The background will get deleted. So this is how we can use invert option for changing the background. Now let us move ahead. Let us learn more things in GIMP, painting in GIMP. So till now we were learning different things in GIMP with the images. Okay, and there are many more options. Now we will create our own page. We are opening GIMP screen and we will see how we can work with the page, what things we can add. So we will use bucket fill tool. Another important or another interesting tool we will learn. Bucket fill. The name only tells bucket fill. It will fill the color. Bucket is there, no, of color. So bucket will fill the color. How to use it? Let us see. First of all, we will open the file menu. We will create a new file. Okay, a blank page we will get. You have to choose the canvas size. You have to choose whichever size page you want there, the front image you want. Then we will click on rectangle select tool. You remember the first one I told you, rectangle select tool. So one rectangle I have selected on my screen. Like this I will select many rectangles. Now these lines will appear. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 rectangles I have made. After selecting the rectangle, what we can do is select the area. You have to click on any one rectangle. Okay, and then click on bucket fill tool. Okay, bucket fill tool you will select and you can select the color. Any color will be filled in the rectangle. Similarly, all the rectangles I have made, you can repeat the steps. Click on the rectangle area, click on bucket fill option and select different color. Then only it will be defined, different colors when you will give. So you will see the different color rectangles. You can make it with the help of bucket fill tool. Okay. Now, in place of simple bucket fill, simple color filling, we can also fill patterns and gradients. That is also you will get inbuilt. A drop down arrow will come. You can select different gradients. Means the shaded areas, a different texture we can add. Okay, all the same steps. Click on the bucket fill tool. You can select any pattern. Okay, different patterns will come down in the toolbox. You can select the pattern and click anywhere in the selection. The selection will be filled with a beautiful pattern. Similarly, we can fill blend fill tool. With the help of this blend fill tool, we can fill gradients, a shaded, a better area, better design we can, printed design we can add, or a shaded design we can add. So that is blend fill option. With the different gradients we can add the color. You have to click on blend fill tool and click on the area, selected area. It will be filled with a beautiful gradient color. Okay, so these were the different steps or different tools in the GIMP toolbar. Okay, so in this chapter what we have learned, we have seen about GIMP, different tools we learned and types of images, creating files. This all we have learned in this chapter. So in this video up to here, in the next video we will learn more on GIMP. Till then you learn this, practice this and study well. Goodbye.